Okay, ladies and gentlemen, what do we got here? March 21st. It's the second day of spring. And man, I've been very resistant to make videos lately. Kind of enjoyed slowing down on the videos. I'll tell you why. First of all, there's a movie called Being John Malkovich, where it's a crazy movie, one of my favorite movies of all time, where people go down a portal that puts them inside the head of John Malkovich, which is a crazy idea. And my favorite part of the movie is when John Malkovich goes into the portal of his own head. And it's like a hall of 1,000 mirrors. He's like in a restaurant and there's like 1,000 John Malkovich's waiters waiting on him in a restaurant. And he pretty much goes crazy. I kind of feel that way sometimes when I spend too much time making YouTube videos about watches. For those of you who don't know me, I have a watch addiction, and I'm wearing a Seiko SLA-051 here. And talking about watches all the time, I just feel I already live in a fever swamp of watches. I'm already that guy, and you're probably that guy too, who's always looking at my watch. Driving, not a good idea to look at your watch when you're driving. I think about watches a lot, and if I spend a lot of time making YouTube videos about watches, I go too deep into the fever swamp, what I call the John Malkovich effect. That's number one. Number two, I started making watch videos about 7 years ago, and it was so exciting in the beginning. You know, I got a microphone, I got a camera, I'm on YouTube, I'm a professional curator. I sound so professional. And you know, it's kind of a cliche now. I mean, every Tom, Dick, and Harry can make a YouTube video now, and everyone sounds polished. I mean, everyone sounds like they're eager to be on the mic. Everyone's got a podcast. And the thrill is kind of gone with being the confident speaker on YouTube. I just don't care. I don't get any ego thrill out of that. Number three, I've really plumbed the depths of watch addiction on this channel, and I felt like I was just repeating myself. So I did slow down. And you know, and my watch collection is pretty small. It's only 6. I'm getting a 7th watch in a few days. I did buy a Seiko MM300 black dial SLA-021. I sold the blue dial one to Carlos, and I think he's going to want my black dial one, but I'm probably going to keep the black dial one because I already have a blue watch. So I'll do a video on that. So will I continue to share on YouTube? Yes. I mean, I think we're special people. I don't have any other way to put it. As watch addicts, I think we are a special type of people. We have a very special type of imagination. We have a very distinct psychology, and we tend to be pretty smart. And so I'll still have a few things to share. The other thing I want to tell you is I've actually been enjoying writing 2-paragraph watch confessions, if you will, on Instagram, and I've been enjoying the engagement I've had on that. I try to write brief observations about being a watch addict on Instagram, and I really enjoy it. I do think I have something to say, and I like the writing format, and I don't have to worry about making a video and being the curator and having the John Malkovich effect. And so today, speaking of watches, I just want to let you know this is an SLA-051. I've had it for about 8 months, and a gentleman emailed me a few weeks ago. Yeah, should I buy this? He goes, "How do you like it, McMahon? Are you going to sell it? Are you going to keep it, or what?" And I told him I'm keeping it. I love the quality of it, the accuracy. And it's very understated. It's not a blingy watch. It's very vanilla in a way, but it's also very retro. It's kind of like a retro Seiko diver, and it's very special in that regard. And he asked me, should I buy it? And I said, probably not. Interesting. I told him probably not to buy it. And here's why I told him not to buy it. Even though I'm keeping mine, I think for a lot of you, if you get this watch, this could be my one criticism of this watch. It's not really a criticism, it's just something I want to share with you. If you go into a watch store and they're selling $500 Seiko turtles, which pretty much this is a Seiko turtle, You're going to look at those $500 turtles, and you're going to look at it and you go, wow, it doesn't look that much different than this $2,500 SLA 051. And that could be a real challenge for you. Now, as the owner of this, I can see and feel the difference. If you take that $500 turtle home and you handle it and you handle this, you'll see there's really no comparison in the quality. And that's one thing I want to share. The other thing I want to share about this watch, and this just kind of blew me away. Rob on the Random Rob channel, he reviewed the blue dial version of this, and he said it's better than my Rolex. I'm telling you, the refinement on this, the Zaratsu polishing, it's better than my Rolex. And then Jeremy on Instagram, also the owner of a Rolex, said this blows it away. So what are you gonna? I mean, it's almost underpriced if you think about it in that regard. But I just think a lot of you might be challenged by the fact that you could go into a store and you might not be able to separate it from a $500 turtle unless you took it home. So I'm keeping this. I love it. I love the retro style. It's I don't want to use the word iconic. Forgive me, man. So I want to share that with you. So I'll have an SLA 021. I should probably do a state of the collection. And I'm going to give you a little preview before I leave what my collection will be. As a watch addict, I look, and as a food addict, I look at my watch addiction in terms of food appetites. For me, watch management is similar to hunger management, being hungry. And having the SLA 021 and having this in my collection, I'm going to call those my farmer's breakfast. These are the watches you put on when you want to be full all day. You're going to be full. There's a certain gravitas to the farmer's breakfast. What is a farmer's breakfast? Well, in America, a farmer's breakfast is steak, cheddar cheese, scrambled eggs, roasted potatoes, hash browns, flapjacks. Bottom line, you're full. You're full all day. And I feel that way when I wear an SLA Seiko, whether it be the 051 or one of the MM300 series. There's a typical price point to get into what I call the farmer's breakfast. It's about $2,500–2,600. There is a unicorn watch where you can get into the farmer's breakfast at a cheaper price. It's called the Seiko Tuna. It has all the qualities of the farmer's breakfast, big and delicious and beautiful and amazing, with a caveat that it's a quartz watch, and you're not going to bond with a quartz watch as much as a mechanical diver. So there will be some bonding. So that's the price you pay. You're only paying about $1,400 for the Sapphire Tuna, but you are getting a farmer's breakfast with a quartz package. Just know your psychology before you get that. I'm keeping my tuna. I love it. I wear it at least once a week. But you know, you don't really bond with a watch like you do a mechanical diver. You guys know that. You don't need me to tell you that. So my collection of 7 watches will be divided in 2 categories. It'll be my farmer's breakfast and my light yogurt snacks. I mean, I got beautiful MM200s and things of that nature. You know, it's like having yogurt with berries for lunch. It's nice, it's tasty, but it's not going to satisfy you all day. You need to find what's the farmer's breakfast for you. Otherwise, you're just going to keep eating yogurts all day, and that's a waste of money. So I'm confident that my farmer's breakfast is a 8L35 movement Seiko in the form of this SLA 051, and going to have the black. I'm going to have the black 021, man. And I probably won't wear it on the stock bracelet. You know, Carlos gave me back my my Angus Jubilee bracelet. It's kind of busy, but hey, it conforms to my wrist and it's comfortable. And you know what? I'll take comfort. I'll take comfort. And so Carlos just texted me and goes, I'm having doubts about getting a tuna. I go, yeah, maybe you shouldn't get one, man. Maybe it's going to be too big and heavy for you. His wrist's a little smaller than mine. I think mine's 7 3/4, is about 7 1/4. I told him to get the SPB 143. The best second tier watch I've ever had, that Seiko SPB 143. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I did it. I made a video. I hope I didn't fall into the John Malkovich effect. So I'll do a state of the collection on my next one. Alright, I appreciate your time. And until next time, I'm out.